that was a pretty good workshop. I think we got a lot of things covered. What would you say was one of the top three that popped out at you?
Well, the first is it was a great group. We had great leaders there. I mean, people who are good at leading, so they had great input. The chat conversation was engaging and alive. And so for me, because I love engagement and interaction, that was really fun. You know, as I reflected on just what was most encouraging to me, it really had to do around best practices on relationships. And I loved what Brian said about in the old days, they'd maybe connect once a month. But now they've shifted to connecting virtually twice a week with each salesperson, and they have a virtual happy hour. And in the virtual happy hour, they're starting by connecting with each person to see how they're doing individually. And I think he was the one who said it's moving from the head to the heart. Mm-hmm. And that was one of the things that really popped out to me in that relationship section. What about you?
And as we discussed, everybody is, not everybody, but a lot of the sales managers have difficulty getting that deep in their relationship, making those connections. This pandemic virus has actually made it so that you had to get really close. You really had to start bonding. And we talked about how that bonding is like a launching pad for that millennial salesperson. They want to hear that. They want to know what the direction is that they're going, not the old-fashioned way, like, oh, go get some numbers, but really, you care about me and you're thinking about me. And as we talked about, they're now having to do that. And I think we're going to have that for the next 6 weeks, at least.
Yeah, and one of the things that Ted brought up was that when he's talking with his people, as well as when his people are talking to clients, they're asking about how's your family doing? Mm-hmm. And how are your parents doing? And how are you kids? And how are you doing? And it's moved to, you got to really be caring. Of course, we have always had to care, but in today's climate, if you don't have empathy and care, you're done.
Well, and to finish that off, I think what he was also saying that was that resonated with me was the customer, the prospect, whoever they're talking to. This is one way to really connect with them that they haven't done before, and they're really looking to be authentic. And they want to check and see, did you mean it? Which means you have to call them back. And you really have a 6-week time period to build that relationship. And finally, as we talked about the sales team, we know that even the worst salespeople, 49% of them pick up the phone and do the prospecting. So that part of it, they won't have difficulty doing, but now they have a reason. Now they're giving them a
and they still need to know what to say. You still need to role play and help and give them the talk track on what to do.
Which I think leads perfectly into our next workshop, next Thursday at 10 o'clock, where we'll be able to talk about coaching. We're going to take a survey of the participants' salespeople, and we'll pull all that together to say, how do you coach them? What kind of wording do you use with them? And how do you get them through this really tough time coming up?
Yep, sounds good. And so that's an open invitation to anyone listening. Please join us. We had a great time, great dialogue. And our goal is to make certain that everybody walks away with practical, actionable ideas to implement now.
So just hit the bit.ly and register and let us know you're coming.
Thank you.